Hey guys, it's Justin. So you might have noticed that how gas, food, grocery, your items has slightly went up in price, or that you went to your favorite restaurant and the menu prices have slightly increased by $1, $2, and the reason why is all due to inflation. The inflation rate has increased in March to pre-pandemic levels, expected to increase even more for the next couple of months. This is because as we're reopening the economy, demands of goods are sharply increasing while the supply chain is resulting in a shortage. An example of this in a bigger perspective is the housing market. Recently, there are more and more people demanding homes away from the city and more in suburban areas, but the supply of homes and materials are so low. This in turn forces prices to increase to compete with the limited homes we have on market, making it harder to even find a home for us to even live in. Now, going back to the economy inflation, after the vaccines came out, Americans have had more confidence to go out and resulted back to their normal state of life. People are resuming traveling, going to events, going out, doing activities outside their homes. Now, this in return is also creating a surge for more demands in products and services, while the supply chains is resulting in a shortage again. Now, I know everything I just said might sound crazy, and some of you guys are probably like, what should I do, Justin? But before I give you my personal opinions and options, let's see what the Feds and some experts say about the economy. Now, remember, no one can really predict the future of what the economy will do, unless you're the government, of course. But the Feds and some economists are arguing that the recent inflation rate increase is only temporary. This means that the recovering end result should not affect the Fed's rate in the long run. Now, if the Feds are saying this, backing up records are very important, so the new inflation report is becoming very important to many markets, including the recent release of the March Consumer Price Index form. Now, in a CNBC report, they say the March Consumer Price Index is expected to show a moderate 0.2% increase in core inflation, excluding food and energy prices, according to economists polled by Dow Jones. On a year-over-year basis, that is a 1.5% pace compared to 1.3% in February. By May, some economists expect headline inflation could be running at a year-over-year rate of 3.5% or more. The headline rate was last at 2.5% in January 2020. Now, in other words, coming from the statistics, inflation is increasing in markets and could be rising for the next couple of months. Now, yes, the reports are backing the data that inflation is increasing, but in my honest opinion, I don't believe the Feds would let the inflation rate skyrocket and create another 28 recession. Of all the things the Feds are doing, they're doing everything in their power to assure the market does not have the inflation trend to increase as they work on the supply chain. Bellarina Urici, a senior U.S. economist at Barclays, says, "We remain positive, but once we get to the end of this year and early next year, and we work through the supply chain bottlenecks and demands have normalized, as the economy opens up, we don't think it's a sustainable source of inflation over the medium term." And I do agree with what he says. I think once supply chains have been worked through and demand comes back down, inflation rate should go back to normal around the 2%. The Feds would just not leave inflation rate to skyrocket long term, as there are still millions of people unemployed and the economy and labor market still needs to grow in our current market. Now, this is a matter of time, but yes, just like the stock market, I do believe inflation rate will just come back down and the market will turn back to normal. Hope you guys enjoyed this informative video. If you guys are looking to buy or sell a home here in Georgia, feel free to contact me and let me know in the comment section below what you think about the inflation rate will do. I'm curious about what you guys might think will happen. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.